I had my thoughts on episode 1, but I did not record it, so that's why it's not here. No, I did watch the three to four episodes, the first 3 to 4 episodes before. However, I've only heard about, like, the final 5. Spoiler, the ending was kind of... I didn't know what to say. Anyway. Great plan, genius. Isn't there, like, walls for this? Like, isn't there, like, walls? Like, obviously there is walls, but, like... Did you, like, glitch into this? Like, you're telling me, like, on your first day, like... you don't find, like, these glitches easily. How the hell did you go out of bounds so quickly? Yeah, there's usually, like, walls for, like, out of bounds for games. So... Like, I know there's glitches, but you don't find those easily. I do think it's normal for, like, game characters or, like, people from stories to, like, be in this. I personally believe, like, the stories and, like, games and, like, other universes. So it doesn't really make sense for me for this to happen. Typically, this doesn't really happen, so how the hell did this happen? Gee, I wonder whose fault that is. Like, who ever thought that, like... doing, like, whatever that, anchor... I forgot the word for a minute. Whoever thought that having an anchor and, like, putting it down into the edge would not make them fall? But pretty sure murder is still murder, even if people are delicious. No, that's so wrong.
Maybe you could be somebody real there.
Why are you trying to cheer me up? How does this benefit you?
You mean die? Try not think about it. But easier said than done. Hey, whenever, like, something jumps at you, that's called being jump scared. Just like Luigi's Mansion, huh? Ouch, that's gotta hurt. An AI being a therapist, don't think that would work, no. Not quite a person, you mean? Or human. This reminds me of cartoon, like, the sort of things. This reminds me a lot about Scooby-Doo here. What? Like any good war criminal. You're really not helping your case here. That's the only thing you're programmed to do. Great. Love to hear that. Love to know that. As soon as we find that out. How's your wife, Kinger? Interesting. You're telling me that he created something that his own wife got killed from. And no one batted an eye? No one was mad about it? Are you kidding? But isn't this about you being calmer in the darkness?
Come on, boys. Fresh meat.
Your wife had the same problem as you? Why? I mean, he'll remember if he's, like, in darkness, right? Like, in that bucket, or, like, the tent that he made, like, the fort. Again, whose therapy session was this again? What is y'all problem with Zooble? You want that?
Workouts.
Would a deep fryer, like, feel like water in this world? Like, is that, like, super harmful or what? I don't know. Why would you use your hand? Like, even though it is, like, a spatula, like, why would you use your hand? I don't think it's the same word, Pomni. Think you're letting this go over your head? That sounds so boring. Torture? No. How about we do talk about our feelings so you don't go insane? Never mind, pretty sure you already are. Was that her thinking of committing suicide via truck? Yeah, but being run over by a truck? If she tried to commit suicide, like, by trying to get run over by a truck, how would King know that? How did Kinger know that? If he's the one, like, that created King in the first place. I was mainly silent for that episode, like, there wasn't really much to say other than me feeling uncomfortable with it. Just didn't really have much to say. What are these? What are these ideas? Who created these? This is just weird. Was Gangle the fucking bomb? Hey, I liked it. You're kinda delusional, Jax. Yeah, sure you do. Did she love Ribbit? She referring to Jax. I don't think you would have, like, that reaction if you didn't love someone. Is this because of your mama shoes? Accidentally got my recording off. You're a bunny. You're just a bunny. Here. Sorry. Why is being happy a bad thing to you? I mean, this feels like an opening, not an intermission. An intermission usually takes like 2 to 1 second. It feels like an opening. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would talk about all their stuff here, because, like, at the start, like, everyone's freaking out. Well, Pomni, everyone's freaking out, but, well, not everyone, but Pomni's freaking out and everyone's worried about her. So, pretty sure they wouldn't be talking about these things, but here it does make sense. But isn't it dark? No, there's a light on. I see. You, don't exactly take... Not to say that you don't take empathy seriously, but you act like you don't take empathy seriously. I don't really understand that. Like, I'm sure you may have your problems, but, like... Everyone else does, too. Oh, dear God. Huh? Get your helmet on. Get your bucket on your head. Regular Jackson's more evil than quote-unquote evil Jax. Looks like you're kind of blushing. Yikes. I'm not you dead? You're literally telling that to yourself. You literally said that it's okay to show your negative emotions, and now you're like, let's calm down. No, she has every right to be angry right now. Yes, she did. And that anger is justified. He and she. They've been an asshole this entire time. Why? Isn't this like all of your jobs? Fair. Like, Ragatha didn't do anything wrong. Like, her anger was justified. Like, she should have been like to Pomni, you haven't been with him for the years that he's been tormenting us. So I don't know how this is any of your business. And that would have been justified. Are you just gonna sleep or lay down throughout it? Like, what are you gonna do? Since this is for all ages, I don't... no. I would say great plan, but have you seen these people? Have you seen how great they work together? No? Great idea, Kane. Great idea. This would be an absolute killing spree if it were real. For Jax. Great. I keep turning off my recording. I mean... that's fine. Yeah, her being on a team with Gangle would not be a great idea. No. Ragatha and Jax, no. Pomni, no. You sure? So the computer does come back, okay. Where'd you get that from? Just try to think of it as a game of laser tag, basically. Are you, though? Or do you just want to be that way? Careful what you say, Jax. That kind of talking can make someone into a real psychopath. How does that work? Jeez, Gangle is traumatized. Why can't you talk about your fears, Jax? Are you ashamed of yourself? See through all your tricks. What is that you're hiding, Ragatha? Who would answer that? Who would answer that? Like, you want to be stealth, right? Why would you answer that? Really, don't let Gangle have a gun. Why not go in instead of singing? Okay, rude. Okay. Doesn't like hugs. That's kind of rude. Literally pulling people away. Shame. You seemed happy talking about your feelings, but now you're just playing it off as a joke. The more that you get angry, the more it looks like that. You're scared of showing your true feelings. You're scared of being vulnerable. So you just play it off as a joke. Or get angry at people who acknowledge that. Those white eyes tell me otherwise. Stop pretending like you don't care. You clearly do. Why you make psychopaths? 101. You clearly need to be left alone for a little bit. Obviously, talking to you about this is not doing anything. Not to be rude, but no wonder why she has no friends. She keeps pushing them away. She is kind of using a form of happiness. She's pretending to be happy about all she's done. That way she can ignore her negative feelings. Gee, who could have saw that coming? Oh. Looks like a door to a Chinese restaurant. Just say fuck. Where's Jax? What the fuck is this? What the hell? If you think about, like, how the adventures are specifically appealing to Jax. Maybe it was rather obvious. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It looks like one of those, not backgrounds, but one of those screens and like those old like tablets where you could like listen to music in them. I know that like a lot of things look like that, but this specifically does. Oh. So that's what extraction almost looks like. Okay. Isn't there like security cameras that King can watch you guys in? Why do you even ask me? You don't listen at all. Yeah, they intrigue me too. Want to talk more about that? You're telling me all these years, Ragatha, you never knew that? That's kind of hard to believe. How about tell us now? Also, how convenient is it that, like, the one mannequin, like, person is the thing that Kane would use as, like, a helper for people? Like, come on, really? Robotically said, make the right choice. What does that mean? What in the inside out is this? Literally, what in the inside out is this? What if leaving means you don't get to keep the memories in here? Like, in Danganronpa. What if... I mean, that is kind of what happened past me. Also, what if someone, like, found out about it and deleted the whole thing? Like, that would make this adventure all the more pointless. I mean, it's not exactly pointless, but, like, whenever you kind of think about it, like, kinda is. If that were to happen. The reason why it's delaying is because of Jack's hesitation. Yep. I'd be so pissed. Duh. What even is this? Well, since abstraction is basically the same thing as turning into a witch in Monica Magica, Yeah. Easier said than done, Pomni. Whatever this is puts you in so much psychological torture. How could you ever say that this is okay? What if it's not unattainable? What if you actually, like, find a way? If you keep trying. Are you really giving up? I know what it's like to fake a smile whenever you're hurting. Sometimes it's not easy to stop faking that. Especially when you don't think people will understand. That's all you think because you're an AI. But then again, the lesser of the two. Who are we talking here? Are you possessed? You don't sound like AI here. It still hurts. Like, even though, like, it's not real, it still hurts for them. Yeah, but you aren't human. You don't understand. Well, you're not even a living being. You don't understand living beings. I can't believe you didn't pick up on the context clues, like, kind of shade to, like, theorists, but you know that's, like, Kane talking about it, right? And they're tired. They're kind of like the fandom tired. What the hell? How did no one know this? You've seen it for years. Like, how did no one know this? I mean, he lives in a freaking, like, fort. Oh, great. So you're the one that programmed this, psychotic AI that got people to commit suicide, basically. What kind of bowling is this? With the shotgun? Why do you torment them? Sorry, I was just kind of speechless for those last few minutes. That sounded like the crowd was just saying Kinger's name. I mean, random memory could explain this, but this just feels random. Oh. Did he not remember? Like, generally didn't remember it? And just found it out? Are we seeing two perspectives? Like Jack's and Pomni's? I know this feels random, but, like, as someone said, and it makes sense, suicide or even death can be sudden. Like, extremely sudden. Like, people don't know it. And suicide especially. Like, people will think that the person's fine, but then suddenly they get the news that someone committed suicide, or they find out that someone committed suicide. This kind of reminds me of, like, Digimon Cyber Sleuth whenever, like, Yugo, or Yuko, was transformed, well, not exactly transformed, but, like, was inside a monster. I forget, like, exactly what that scene was, but no, it was Yugo. When Yugo was, like, trapped inside, like, not exactly trapped, but I don't remember if it was like turned into one or like trapped into one. And we were like trying to save him. And the same with Hugo too. But I have to say, from episode 1, when we were on episode 1, extractions were like really dangerous. So I don't understand like how this worked. Like, it didn't happen with Cosmo or Ribbit, it seems like, or even like with Kinger's wife. So I don't exactly know how this makes sense. They seem to have a lot of chemistry. That doesn't really seem fair on any child. Despite if y'all, like, hate Jax or anything, I want to try and understand it. Like, there is, like, a deep reason for why someone acts the way they do. I want to understand that. It's obvious why she closed off. You closed up first, so obviously she's like, okay, I can't talk to you about this. I don't know if I can talk to you about anything anymore, since you keep avoiding me. She really cared about you, you know? When someone you really care about isolates from you, it hurts a lot. It hurts hearing you say all that, especially like seeing how fun you seem to have, how much fun you seem to have, like you seem to had, how much fun you had hanging out with them. It's just really sad, like, seeing you push them away. Just so you can protect yourself from being vulnerable for them. How did you even get here? Like, I know that I'm going, like, into these a lot, but, like, why the last day of extractions did no one ever try this? Like, it seemed really dangerous to, like, get it close to these. Yet now you can do this? It doesn't really make sense to me. I'm glad that you acknowledge that. I just want to understand, like, why. Why did you. Why did you use abuse? To pretend that you weren't vulnerable. To pretend that you didn't care. Isn't she lovely? No. She was an asshole. But at least she acknowledges it. At least she acknowledges that she was a bad person. Something I don't get is why darkness is soothing to you, Kinger. What about you, Pomni? Aren't you in pain? Wouldn't that hurt? Like, it hurt Ragatha. Also, how in the hell is Pomni talking normally? When Ragatha was hit with that, she was glitching all over the place, so... I don't know what happened there. What are those file-wise? Okay, I guess that makes sense as to why that was a thing. It took this realization for the AI to be like, okay, I need this gone. Like, this is what's keeping me from them, so I need to take this out. You may be asking, if this was this easy, then why didn't the AI just do it in the first place? I'm pretty sure it took the deletion to actually, like, get the AI to, like, be like, okay, this is what's the problem here. So is the AI in your world, what do you mean you never programmed them to view? What is happening? The thing is that AI is not supposed to sound human. I don't know why this one sounds human. It's not a human. What I don't get is how the fuck did she get, like, a headset from the hospital? Like, whenever she was at the hospital, like, they gave her a headset? What dystopian is this? I don't know. I don't really have words about the ending, to be honest. Like, it seems like a happy ending, but it's kind of bittersweet to me. Like, whenever something's, like, really good, I, like, bawl. Like, whenever it's, like, really sad, or, like... Even whenever, like, it's a happy ending, and I feel like it personally, like, is earned, like, I can't help but cry in those moments. Like, I can't help but bawl my ass off. Like, tells, like, a personal, like, personal sad or happy story. To me, like, I teared up, but it wasn't that. Like, whenever something's, like, really good, I start bawling. So, I don't know how I feel. I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. Personally, for me, whenever an ending, like, or something, like, makes me bawl, it's usually, like, something that's really personal to me, like... And I can understand why this would be personal for some people. But... it wasn't really personal to me. So... that was basically my reaction to that. But with some things, even though I didn't relate to it first, I do find, like, hidden meanings whenever I watch people's, like, other reactions, so...